There we go.
From the balmy shores of sunny Florida to the cold winds of Chicago and everywhere in between, you're watching the Red Wemette Show, live, coast to coast. And now, Chicago's talk of the town, Mr. Red Wemette.
Hi, folks. Today is March 4th, 2026, and my name is Red Wemette, and this character over here, his name is Adam Flowers from my vlog. Say hi, Adam.
We do like the Brady Bunch heads. Like look around, looking back and forth, looking down. You don't remember that reference.
Everybody's doing this lady. I can't believe this. Hi, Billy, Adam. People are starting to call me Billy. Other people are.
What are you talking about, Billy?
Yeah. So today, Mayor Johnson in Chicago is holding a celebration, kind of like Taste of Chicago, kind of like it, with food and everything for the residents of Chicago, because it's the birthday of Chicago. Now, back in the 1800s, I don't know, before the Chicago fire, it
was founded by Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable.
Yes.
March 4th, 1837. It was tiny then, tiny Chicago.
Oh yeah, it was only like what now compared to the downtown area, it was only like a quarter of that. It was right on.
Everybody from New York was like, it's not cold enough and there's not enough poverty. Let's go create Chicago. That's what happened. Let's be honest.
Believe it or not, the Chicago Indian tribe, Native Americans, lived right on the beach in Chicago. And they were fishing, and they were great people to get along with. They were part of the Iroquois tribe. It has a lot of history to it. But that's the history of Chicago. The real knockout is nobody in history that I know of has ever celebrated the founding day of Chicago, the birthday of Chicago. But Mayor Johnson doesn't have much to stand on because he's been fighting with immigration. He raised taxes. He chased the last big corporations out of Chicago by taxing them to death. And now he's about to lose the Chicago Bears. So he needs to do something to try and get reelected. Will he get reelected? I don't think so.
So he's having a public event today at the Looking Glass Theater Company in the historic Water Tower Park. And it's featuring performances like an original poem and community tributes to the city's vibrant history and spirit. See?
And how many ethnic people do you think are going to show up?
Well, I don't know. I mean, somebody's going to show up to it if it's free. The city put it on, man.
How many non-ethnic people do you think are going to show up?
I have no idea, man. If I lived in that neighborhood, I'd go. You know, like
you're walking distance and the wind wasn't blowing too bad and the weather was good.
Yeah, I'd go down and check it out, man. You know, maybe they have some food. It's a free admission to the 360 Chicago, the observatory deck inside the John Hancock Center.
Yes.
Yeah. His name was going to be John Foot Penis, but they changed it to Hancock.
It looks like we got some news, a couple of news flashes on it. It looks like a fat boy Mayor are giving up on the Bears.
Yeah. Now, how in the hell are you going to move the Bears to Hammond, Indiana? They're going to be the Hammond Bears. You know, Papa Bear Hallis originally played in Hammond. That's where he started out. They had a professional team in Hammond. So it'd be kind of cool. It's going full circle, you know. But how the hell the Chicago Bears aren't going to be in Chicago?
I don't know how that's going to work, but the truth of the matter is I don't think they're going to change their name.
You don't think they can't be the Chicago Bears if they're in Hammond?
It's a franchise. The NFL does whatever it wants. Believe me, I know. I've watched it.
All right. The Raiders, the LA Raiders, they moved to Vegas. They are no longer the LA Raiders. They're the Vegas Raiders, aren't they?
Raiders are the big LA.
I live here.
Big city. It was LA. It was the Oakland Raiders.
Yes, it was. Right.
And then it went to LA, and then it went to, but there's other teams like the Baltimore Colts. They went to Indianapolis, and they left Indianapolis. They went someplace, Arizona, I think they went.
New York Jets aren't in New York.
No, not anymore. They never were. New York Jets were not in New York.
Oh, Polly Walnut said the Bears started in Decatur. Up in Decatur, Illinois? I thought Papa Bear Hallis was from, hold on. I thought Papa Bear Hallis was from Hammond. Papa Bear Hallis originally played football. Was it in Hammond? Let's find out. Come on.
He was originally.
Hold on, digging into Papa Bear real quick. Papa Bear, that's George Hallas. And yep, he did start out in Hammond, Indiana. Back in 1919, right after college, he signed his first pro contract with the Hammond All-Stars, who turned into the Hammond Pros the next year. Played end, got about $75 a game.
Wow. $5 a game. Wait, this is long before this. You know,
he had three teams. He owned the Chicago Bears, the Chicago Cardinals, and he owned one other NFL team. And he wanted to expand, and he wanted to go to other people, you know, and have them put in like St. Louis Cardinals. That's another one. St. Louis Cardinals, they went to Phoenix, didn't they?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think so. Yeah, they did. That was as a player. Yeah, he was a player for the team in Hammond. I guess they should clarify. His first team, the Stanleys, was in Decatur. Thank you for clarifying that. I didn't even know it was called the Stanleys. So is that what evolved into the Bears, or was that a different?
No. He created his own team. He created his own team, and when he did, it really didn't get all this recognition, not for me anyway, until Mike Ditka was a Chicago Bear, and I started looking into Ditka's history and said, wait a second. And then I realized that Hallis played. I mean, going all the way back, I started looking at the not St. Louis, but I just said the name a minute ago. They played on. It was the other team that he owned. I slips my mind. My mind's slipping. Anyway,
it's all right. At your age, it's fine.
Yeah, it was like Wayne Bach played on the team. It was Chicago, whatever it was. He had all these things tied up, and he wanted to expand and make it the NFL. It was the NFL, but he wanted investors. He learned to play with other people's money, and that was a very good idea. He built the McCaskies have really capitalized on it. His daughters have really done well.
Legendary football coach Lou Holtz, dead at 89. Speaking of football, just saw that come across the wire.
Who was he with? I never.
Football coach Lou Holtz at 89. Let me see if I can look
He
without.
wasn't popular.
Says that football coach and Hall of Famer Lou Holtz passed away at the age of 89. Statements: he's remembered for enduring values of faith, family, and the Holtz Charitable Foundation.
People are us in the background. He was Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Thank you, guys. See, I'm not a sports guy, so I don't follow all of the.
I know him because people I remember from Notre Dame is like Vince Lombardi because of the Vince Lombardi Trophy. Pete Chevrolet, I remember him from Notre Dame. There's only they have to get so much recognition before I notice it.
Tommy Bridges just posted a pic with Lou Holtz. Have to look at your Facebook page after we get off the air. No, fantastic. He was also responsible for the Green Bay Packers.
Yes.
Papa Dallas?
Yes, he was.
Really?
It's one of the other teams. It was the Chicago Cardinals, the Chicago Bears, and I believe the Green Bay Packers.
Right.
And then the Detroit Lions came and became part of the NFL. Right. And they made him move the Cardinals from Chicago at Comiskey Park. They made him move him to St. Louis. St. Louis bought the franchise. And then it got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But basically, it was the Midwest. And then all of a sudden, Miami got in the game.
Right. Got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Adam, did you play football in high school? Yes, I did. Half a season, freshman year. Went in there. I was about 6'4". I was still growing. I was 6'3" or 6'4", about 210 pounds, something like that. And the coaches grabbed me right away, man. As soon as I walked through the freaking doors of that school, they were like, "Oh, come with us." Those coaches, man, they got me into football, and I really wasn't. It's never really. Wasn't into. It wasn't my thing. I was more interested in magic, and they had the talent show was coming up at school, and I needed to spend all my time working on my magic act. So I didn't. I played half a season, and I turned my cleats, and I was like, "Why am I'm going home getting bruised up every day?" And now my buddies that did play ball in high school, oh, they're my knees. I can't walk. I can't. I'm going. Yeah, I didn't even go to college football. They did that shit in high school. They screwed themselves out. No thanks. That's all good. All right, back to the Bears. If they do go to Indiana, I wonder what they'll do with the property in Arlington. I don't think they'll actually go to Indiana, though. We need a new Super Bowl, not a new stadium. We need a Super Bowl, not a new stadium.
The stadium designed in Indiana, in Hammond, is designed for a Super Bowl. Also, the one in Arlington Heights is designed for a Super Bowl. And the one in Arlington Heights, that area, the property that they purchased is, they could put so much there. The racetrack was there. Everything was there. So there's a lot that could still be done with that property. And the way Chicago's going right now, it reminds me of Gary, Indiana. It's going to be another Gary, Indiana.
You think so?
It's going to be empty. I don't
know. You know how much revenue the city's going to lose by not having that stadium there? Well, not having the Bears there. They'll still have the stadium. They can still use it to put on concerts and shit, all their other activities and make money with it. But not having the Bears there?
That was an anchor. That was a real big anchor.
And anyway, back to the birthday celebration in Chicago. I don't know why they like celebrate 189th anniversary like that's a big deal. You want to see a big deal?
I just told you why. The reason why is he doesn't have anything else to celebrate.
Yeah, I know.
Celebrate.
That was what my point was. My point is that Why do you make a big deal out of 189th? You want to see a big deal? Wait to the 4th of July this year. 250th anniversary. That's going to be a big deal.
Here you go, Adam.
50
Chevy 11 just said it.
They're going to build hotels in an entertainment district around the new stadium. I heard rumors of a possible casino hotel on site.
Yes.
Is this the stadium in Indiana?
No,
because I saw renderings of that. Show like all shopping centers and shit around the stadium.
Arlington Heights.
Arlington Heights has a metro stop right in front of the place. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Pritzker's an idiot if he lets him go to Indiana.
Well, we already know that Pritzker's an idiot way before they went to Indiana.
Man, if I was still living in Calumet City, that'd be a big deal. And the Bears moving to Hammond, that'd be huge. They're talking about Wolf Lake. You know where that is?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Yeah.
I was very surprised when I was making trips back and forth to Chicago, and I used to stop at Indianapolis. And when I stay at, I forget which hotel it was, nice hotel downtown. But right to the left of me, as I looked out the window, was the stadium for the Indianapolis Colts. And I remember it being the Baltimore Colts. And I went down and looked at the stadium. I actually walked inside and looked at the stadium. And I was so impressed. It was a dome. It was a dome stadium. I was very impressed by it and said, you know, if it's in a bad neighborhood, though, really bad neighborhood. The Greyhound bus station was there. Everything was right there. And I looked at it and said, it was different. It wasn't the same. It wasn't the team. So as neighborhoods change, like in Baltimore, Maryland, when that neighborhood changed, the stadium left. And let's face it, Soldiers Field is not what it used to be. You can build new things there, do whatever you want, but a lot of people are afraid to go to Soldiers Field. They're afraid of that area. And with what's been going on ever since COVID, rioting, people breaking windows and stuff like that, smashing cars, hijacking cars, it's just not a good place to be anywhere in any city. I mean, I don't know. Do they have hijacking cars out by you in Las Vegas?
Carjacking going on? I've seen some video. I've seen it pop up in the news here and there, but for the most part, no. No, there's not. Was it? I was talking to you? No, I was talking to somebody else. No, I don't know. There's the hijacking going on around Vegas. There's not a lot of that shit. There's some road rage, just crazy shit like that. But, you know, especially when I'm driving, when I'm out there, boy, look out.
Scott H. Chicago will be like Detroit. Yeah, and I remember Detroit before it turned into being the mess. I was there in 1957, and it was just turning at that time. But it was still nice. Very nice.
Yeah. Rumors they'd rename them the Hammond Hogs in tribute to Pritzker's fuck up and causing the Chicago to lose the Bears. The Hammond Hogs. Oh my God. Kaminsky Park is in a bad neighborhood. It's not in the best neighborhood.
No.
As you cross the Dan Ryan and go on the other side, that's where all the Robert Taylor homes were. I mean, that's not a good area to be in. Scott H. Meanwhile, all the money and businesses are moving to Miami. They ruin everything. They just get more stubborn.
Even what's his name, Zuckerberg, to move to Miami.
Zuckerberg. Yeah, Zuckerberg. He got out of there. The Chicago Park Police proposed $750 million project to turn Soldier Field to strictly a concert venue.
And that's what it'll be.
That's what they'll do with it. Yeah, what the hell else are you going to do with that big,
Well, it's got parking. I parked there in the parking lot. It's got plenty of parking. I mean, there's tons of parking there. And they got buses for the parking lots that are too far away, but they have parking lots designated.
Yeah.
Chipset has a comment here that I don't understand.
Code 189 defines the degrees of murder in California.
That's interesting. I don't know anything about California because I really don't pay attention to it. Chipset.
Well, what's that have to do with the price of oranges?
I don't know what it has to do with Chicago at all.
We're not even talking about California, the penal code, or degrees of murder. Like,
I very seldom even talk about California.
one billionaire is building a $1 billion home in Miami. It will be the most expensive home in America. Damn, $1 billion home?
I don't know who that is, but I know Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon and the owner of Facebook, and all of them live on that one little island. They all bought homes on that one little island. Zuckerberg seems to be the latest. They all live in the same neighborhood.
I'm finding out about this $billion home. Ken Griffin, founder of Citadel Hedge Fund. It's not in Miami. It's going to be in Palm Beach. He assembled 25 acres of oceanfront land, the largest private plot in Palm Beach, demolishing existing homes, and plans roughly a 50,000 square foot contemporary estate with features like Atlantic extending pool and extensive gardens. Talking about it being a $1 billion, that's crazy, man.
He will be living right next door to Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. That island is expensive. Land there, they sell it by the square inch.
Zuckerberg closed on a $170 million under construction mega mansion, setting the Miami-Dade County record. Its waterfront estate on a 2-acre lot. What? 2 acres for $170 million? There better be gold on that land.
No, it'll be a mansion. It'll be a mansion.
Designed by architect Ferris. The guy's name's Ferris, like Ferris Bueller. Rafali, with high-end features like a private dock, a giant aquarium, library with hidden passageway, etc. Fuck, man. And completion and neighbors, big names like Bezos, Tom Brady, and Ivanka Trump. Tom Brady has a $150 million fortress. He played football. He played football, right? $150 million for playing football? That's crazy. See, I should have fucking dropped out in freshman year. I should have played football. Should have done it.
You wouldn't be able to talk to me. You'd be on painkillers.
Yeah, right. Be like William the Fridge Perry. No, that's a sad story too. Oh, I just looked him up and read all about him. He's not doing well, man. The Fridge.
I thought he was dead by now. Most of them are. From that year, most of the players from that year are dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, Windermere.
You know who's not?
Windermere is right outside of. Windermere is right outside of Orlando. There's a.
Oh, the Queen of Versailles. The Queen of Versailles' house, Windermere, Florida. Isn't that the lady who was married to the guy who owned the Westgate timeshare deal? Isn't that
I don't know about that, but it came to my attention because they have a Mormon temple there, and also Tiger Woods lived there. That's where he crashed his car in that deeded community.
Gotcha.
When his wife found his messages on his cell phone.
Jackie Siegel. She's the Queen of Versailles, and her husband is David Siegel, and he's founded Westgate Resorts. the timeshare company. And it's a 90,000 square foot replica of France's Palace of Versailles in Windermere, Florida, intended to be one of America's largest single family homes. I watched a documentary about it. It's like they've never finished that house. It's so big, so massive, and they kept running out of money, and they didn't finish it.
There are some homes in Windermere that would make anybody blush, but I got to tell you, the old money is in Palm Beach. When I say old money, I mean from turn of the century, people that had money from turn of the century. Not 2000, but 1900, people from the 1900s. And some of those homes are like old, but they're gorgeous. And then people come along like this guy and knock down 10 or 15 of them and put up an estate that will be comparable to Mar-a-Lago.
Hey, Tommy, is it finished? It says that it's still not finished. He said he got to tour the place. It says even after David's death, he died in April of 25 at 89, David Siegel. And the wife still, oh, wait. Tom has a lot of money even after his divorce. Oh, Tom Brady. Oh, okay. Thanks, Mom. WASP money in Palm Beach.
Yes.
What's that mean?
I could white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. And I could tell you a little story about that, folks. Way back, like maybe 19 years ago, when Donald Trump had Mar-a-Lago, and I lived there. I lived right in the neighborhood. He was getting fined all the time for having a flagpole up. He had a garrison flag, a big, huge garrison flag, American flag. But he was getting fined for it, $100 a day for every day, or $1,000 a day for every day that it was up. So he hired a couple private detectives. One of them I knew. I knew the private detective. And they went around and they collected information on other places on the island. And there were several places that said, no blacks allowed. Several places where they had signs on the door that said, no Jews allowed.
Right. Yeah. You told me about this. Didn't he like blackmail
it was legal. They entered it as evidence in the hearing, and all of a sudden it all went away, and he got his flagpole, and the mayor quit his job as mayor and went to work for Donald Trump. So never in my life did I think that this man was going to be a president. Never. When somebody told me in 2015 that he was running, I just laughed. I thought it was funny.
I don't know, man. My wife predicted it from that day one.
She never saw his background. I mean, he would he took on a lot of people. He took on unions. He filed bankruptcy. He blackmailed. I'll tell you who he blackmailed: banks. Because when he took on bankruptcies, they wanted to reduce the money that he had to pay. And the banks came to him and said, okay, we'll knock out this amount of debt. Do you want to take another loan from us? And he said, yeah. And so a lot of people say, oh, he filed bankruptcy, he screwed people. He never screwed one bank because they made it back on him on future loans. And a lot of that problem that he had was caused by the mob unions in New York, the cement union and cement workers union. When they went on strike, it was costing him hundreds of thousands of dollars a day. But he had to have that. He had to have that cement. So he paid for it. Who? I don't know. Did he do business with the mob? I don't know who with.
Yeah. Tim Perrone. Trump running for president. Is it as funny as Obama running for president? Running for president, I thought that was fun. I was like, no, come on. This guy's not going to. He's a senator for what, one term? Like, there's no way. It came out of nothing. Nobody even knows who this guy is.
He never finished a term.
He didn't. You're right. He didn't. Yeah. I think when he got elected as senator, he said, I am not going to run for president. It was like part of his campaign.
But before that, when he was a senator from Illinois, he never finished that term. He just
Right.
kept jumping, going up the ladder. As soon as a seat became vacant, he took it.
Right. Temperoni. If anybody know Obama's real background?
Yes.
Barry. Talking about Barry.
Yeah,
How we
very.
got Obama? Well, we were talking about Illinois and Chicago
Barry.
having 189th birthday. Have you seen the concrete monstrosity that's supposed to be the Obama library in Chicago? It looks like something out of fucking it looks like something the Russians would build. Some type of communist build. I swear to God, that's creepy. It's creepy.
The tax money that went for that, for the Obama library, he gave to build a community center. And it was supposed to be in Grant Park, but they moved it to something else. And Tim Peroni, you're exactly right. It looks like the MCC. I mean, it looks like the MCC when I look at it, but it's really.
It looks like a prison. Yeah, it looks like a prison. It's something like the gulag. Like,
and it's falling apart. It's not even finished.
It's not done. And it's way over. I don't know. What do you guys think of it? Those of you who've seen it and know what I'm talking about, know what we're discussing here. If you've seen it, chime in. Tell us what you think about how the way that thing looks. It looks crazy. It doesn't look like.
Well, not only that, it's not going to be a library. It's a community center.
And way over budget, Alan said. That's way over budget.
3 times over budget. 3 times over budget.
You got to wonder, like, how does that happen?
And they had a contract. It was only minorities that could build on it, that make it.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that, right?
Yes.
We're not going to hire the companies to build this thing based on, how good and this and that. We're gonna. Who owns it? It's the person Hispanic. Is the person black? Is the person Asian? Is the you know what I mean? Like, what does that matter? Who's gonna come and bring it in under budget at the lowest? I guess American Airlines is cutting out that shit too. All those hiring that he did.
It was Obama that put it in his clause for his library, going all the way back to the library. It was supposed to be in Grant Park. He said, only minorities can bid on this. Isn't that discrimination?
Yes, it is discrimination. That is discrimination at its finest.
Mm.
I think it should all be based on merit, excellence, and intelligence, not nothing else. That's just my.
That's one thing Donald Trump doesn't do. He doesn't care. He cares about the quality and the price tag.
Yeah, we're going to get this thing done in the amount of time, and is it going to be right?
Even the unions in Palm Beach, he fought with the unions because they said things that he wasn't hiring people from locally. He brought people over from Poland. And you know what his argument was? Very simple. You people don't want to work 6 months, 7 months a year.
Right.
Come over here and work 6, 7 months and do great work. I mean, they really care. And then they'll go back. And right. I don't have a problem with that. But when I hire local people, if I let them go or something like that, and I don't keep them, year round, year after year, they hate me.
Right.
And they unionize, and then they say, I gotta have union here. These were all things that happened before he was president. We're talking about 2003, 2004, in that area. And he's a New Yorker. I never thought he'd ever make it. I just didn't think he'd make it.
Well, Red,
I'm looking at the comments here with Scott H, and he said that's why he's doing away with the DEA.
The DEI.
Doing away with the DEA.
The DEI.
Oh, DEI, yeah.
Diversity, equality, and inclusion. And I say it should be MEI, merit, excellence, intelligence.
I get that mixed up occasionally with the DEI.
Yeah, I know.
It's a lot of baloney. It really is. And Scott H., you said it. I didn't, but I'm agreeing.
I think he's a racist, though.
Yeah, he is. He wants black people. That's it. He doesn't want Spanish people. He doesn't want white people. He's black only. Brandon Johnson.
Remarks from Chicago historian Sherman Dilla Thomas on the city's rich history and people, a cake cutting ceremony with community members and a small local businesses, and tributes to Chicago's culture, food scene, and enduring spirit. The first 189 attendees get complimentary treats from spots like Stan's Donuts and Coffee and Fannie Mae. They got some Trinidad's over there.
Fannie Mae's candies, I'll never forget them. They were always,
maple creams, man.
they were good.
Yeah.
Hot dogs have been around since Maxwell Street, going back into, I don't know when, into the 30s, maybe 20s.
Yeah.
So he is
Mark
spreading money.
1837, Chicago went from a village of a few thousand to an official city. Few thousand in a village, huh? Pretty wild. When was that Mrs. O'Leary's cow? When did that happen, man? Was that 1900s or was that the late 1800s?
18, look it up. Chicago Fire was in the 1840, 1860, 1871. It was after the Civil War.
October 8th, 1871. Her husband Patrick at 137 DeCoven Street, which is now part of the near West Side. She was milking her cow late at night. Why would she be milking the cow late at night?
Because she forgot to milk it in the daytime. And you got
a good answer. I knew you'd have a good answer. The cow kicked over the kerosene lantern, set the barn ablaze, and the fire spread through the dry wooden city, destroying 2,000 acres and killing 300 people and leaving a third of the population homeless. Holy
trees
in October? In October, that is not a good time to be without shelter in Chicago. That's the start of you don't want to be without shelter in Chicago, right? End of October, beginning of October, starting to, shoot, man.
That was quite an event.
The story exploded into in newspapers and songs. Did you ever hear a song about it?
Yes, I did. But you know something? If you go farther north into Wisconsin, they had a fire that was worse than the Chicago fire. It just didn't get the publicity.
Yeah, it said the lyrics to the song. Do you know the lyrics? Did you hear them when you were a kid?
Yes, I did.
Can you sing them?
No, I don't remember that.
Late one night, when we were all in bed, Miss O'Leary lit a lantern in the shed. Her cow kicked it over, then winked her eye and said, "There'll be a hot time in the old town tonight."
Yes.
Okay. I was kind of hoping for a catchier tune, but
no, the song's from. It's a verse from "It'll be a hot town, the old town tonight."
So I don't listen to this. I never saw this part of this before we get to the Obama building. This historians and official investigations, including the 1871 inquiry, found no solid evidence that Mrs. O'Leary or her cow caused the fire. She testified she was asleep with a sore foot and never milked at night. The real cause remains unknown. Possibly.
Adam, wouldn't you say, "I didn't do it"? Can you imagine being sued back then for the whole? Wasn't me. Wasn't my dog.
People are homeless, and you're like, "Oh, I was asleep." I never built a cow at night.
Merry Christmas, folks. You may get your house rebuilt by spring.
All right. The real cause remains unknown. Possibly a spark from gambling neighbors, a discarded cigarette, or even a comet fragment. One theory. Dry weather, strong winds, and flammable wooden structures fueled the rapid spread. In 1997, the Chicago City Council officially exonerated Catherine O'Leary and her cow, clearing their names 126 years later. Descendants have pushed for this closure, noting the family faced lifelong harassment and scapegoating, partly tied to the anti-Irish immigrant bias at the time. The damn Irish bitch knocked it over there. You imagine that? Oh,
nobody discriminated against the Irish. It never happened. My grandfather told me there were signs up that said Irish need not apply. Help wanted. Irish need not apply. All through Chicago. What did they do? They became police officers. They became cops.
And that's why you got the paddy wagon.
Yes, that's a fact.
No, I guess, yeah. If Mrs. O'Leary had a sore foot, she's probably the one who kicked the lantern over. Yeah, it could be. Obama's building reminds me of the building the Soviets put up in Kaliningrad after World War II.
Stalingrad.
Huh?
Stalingrad.
Oh, Stalingrad. It says Kaliningrad.
It's a mistake.
Yeah. I thought that. I was like, where the hell's Kaliningrad? Stalingrad, though. That makes more sense. In the other news, Jasmine Crockett lost her primary. She's out, and so's Al Green. Both of them. They're out. Which
that's the primary.
Did you ever listen to Jasmine Crockett speak in Congress?
No.
She was worse than Tiffany Henyard.
Wow.
She was ghetto. I mean, ghetto. With these big eyelashes came up to here.
Yeah, but I really honestly believe that with all the smartphones that we have now, that politicians are they're going to be scrutinized a lot more. And also, you got people like Nick Shirley running around saying, will you say something? And they say, no, I don't want to talk. It's like, we're going to get better politicians, I hope. I really do.
I hope you're right. But I don't know. Seems like politicians are all crooked.
They have been since the beginning of time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They started
taking salaries because in the very beginning, there was no salary. If you were a senator or a congressman, you were going to Congress. Guess what? The first Continental Congress, they didn't get paid.
Shit, Red. It goes back further than that, Red.
The Roman Senate is the best legislature that money can buy. Corruption starts in the streets with the little peddlers. They bribe an assemblyman. The assemblyman bribes a councilman. The councilman bribes a senator. And the senator, it goes all the way up to the emperor. Oh. Shit.
But accurate, very accurate.
It's been going on a long time, man. This corruption, this bullshit. As soon as somebody got in power, the first person got in power, and it just snowballed from there.
In the United States, so they didn't have salaries.
I'm in power. You know who's going to be in power after me? My son, and then after him would be his son, and we're going to keep it that way. Damn it, because it's better to be up here than down there.
That's what the Bushes said.
Sure.
Like I was trying to say,
True.
in the small communities that existed when we had the 13 colonies, they used to get together and say, okay, who are we going to vote to put in to go represent us? Because they're going to have to get on their mule. They're going to have to get on their horse and go to Congress because Congress is not in every town. So they sent up representatives and they really elected them by a show of hands.
Right.
They did it. And so they got the people that they really wanted. When it really started to fall apart was when they got paid, when they were
Right.
payday. And now you get money for this, and you get 5 congressional aides you're allowed for each congressman, and they get paid, and they get expensive money and everything else. I mean, by the time you get through, it costs you several $1 million for every congressman in Congress.
It's crazy.
We wouldn't need an income tax if Congress was not paid.
And it used to be you weren't paid.
No.
You went,
Yep.
you served your country, you did your duty, and you came back, and you went back to your farm, and you went back to growing peanuts. You
Yes.
know, Carter was a peanut farmer.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, when Iran, you know how fucking Carter dealt with Iran back when he was president. Iran,
Remember that.
yeah,
because
Iran threatened to cut off our oil, and Carter said, because he was a peanut farmer, he said, if they cut off our oil, we'll cut off their nuts.
That's true, though, with Jimmy Carter. I was in Chicago at that time. I think it was 73 and 74. And the FBI agents that I was working with said, we won't see you because we're out picking up Iranian citizens to deport them. And they went around everywhere. They called every agent that there was, and they put them on a plane and shot them over to Iran. And that's the way it was.
Yeah.
They closed the consulate there. They didn't have an embassy in Chicago. They had a consulate. They closed the consulate and made them leave.
I heard about this, Tim Peroni. I have not seen it though. But the testimony. Did you see Clinton's testimony?
I did, and I like it because he's very accurate. Nobody's poking him. They asked him the wrong questions. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they were not exactly right with him. He gave honest answers. They couldn't find any holes in the testimony. It was all accurate as far as they're concerned, and there was no complicity. So all this smoke about he was on Epstein's island, he's a pedophile, he's this, he's that, calling him all these names. It's not true. And it wasn't true about his wife either. So he actually stood up and went before Congress, and he made a good point afterwards. He turned around and said, there were a lot of people that gave depositions that didn't have to appear. The only reason they called us in is because we're Clintons.
All right, can I show you something? It's part of his testimony. Part of his test. I just watched it just now. I'm going to show it to all of you guys. My buddy told me about it and said they put pictures down in front of Clinton asking him, did he
you know this one? Do you know that one?
Now, he looks at these pictures. Dude smiles. He's looking at those pictures, remembering some fun times. That's what I think. I want you to watch it, and then you tell me what you think, okay?
I think he's looking at it saying it's ridiculous.
Yeah, sure.
Excuse me, sir. If I had been involved, you wouldn't know about it.
All right. Watch his reaction. I want you to watch his expressions as he's looking at these pictures, and then you tell me what you think. Okay. All right. So she starts to move them. Oh, wait. Hold on. I got to see that. Look at that. Let me look at that one there. Oh, yeah. Look at that. You know, he's reminiscing right here. This is him smiling. Come on. You're telling me he doesn't recognize?
I think he looks at it like it's ridiculous.
I don't know. Just food for thought. You know,
it could be, hey, neither one of us will ever know the truth.
No, of course not. Of course not. And today, with the internet, with AI, with all the shit that, Everybody can spin something whichever way they want. It's just how it is now. Oh, yeah.
I was in college when the Iran hostage incident happened. Some Iranian students painted our mascot like a skunk, and they proceeded to get the shit kicked out of them. That's the way it was back then. Really was.
Yeah, okay, A Tribe Called Cookies. You never saw me at Jeff's Island or on his jet or in any of his pics because I'm not into that any kid stuff.
No, I don't think you have $1 billion to invest.
Clinton behaved like serial murderers in jail who get to look at their old work. Clinton's body language says otherwise. Hey, I agree. Tribe Called Cookies. Exactly.
How are you what do you call it? A Tribe Called Cookies? Are you a body language expert? Did you go to school for it? Do you know anything about it other than what you hear on the news? Got an answer for me?
Expert. Body language expert. Call in the expert. Oh boy.
A lot of armchair experts that hide behind a name and a smartphone. And all of a sudden they're experts. They know what they're doing.
I am a body language expert.
Oh,
there you go.
You hide behind a call letter. Let's see what your name is. Are you on? Is there a Wikipedia on you?
Been an expert since the late 80s.
Is there a Wikipedia on you? A lip reader. Oh.
So there's a lip reader too. Body language expert. I was going to say, do you ever see those bad lip reading channels on YouTube? Where they did bad. Oh, it's funny, man. I love that. It's great. He did not have sexual relations with those women.
I see your point. Adam brought that up to me the other day, and I believe he said something about what he did have with them was not considered sex in his opinion when he got caught.
Oh, well, yeah, with Monica Lewinsky because I guess he doesn't consider sex to be oral sex, even though the word sex is in the act, oral sex.
This man, whoever he is or lady, I don't know what to do. You'll never find me on social media, Red. I was anti-social media before it was cool. Okay, well, my name is Red Wemette. I don't know what the hell your name is, and I don't know where you live. I don't know anything about you. I don't know your background.
Oh, man. The Tribe Called Cookies got red wound up today.
Oh, yeah. I'm a smut dealer. What the hell? Give me a break. I'm talking about my
Tribe Called Cookies has been on the channel a long time.
Really?
I don't know who it is, but I think they live in Henderson. I'm pretty sure I saw a comment said they live in Henderson.
Okay.
So,
but what makes them an expert? Because they're on a
Gordito Guapo. Clinton, he was still a decent president.
He was a very good president. He did a lot of good things. He really did.
Who did he run against? Do you remember? Was that Ross Perot and Bush
Yes.
Senior?
Yes.
Was it? Right?
Yes. But
Was Senior second term? Senior was running for 2, right? And Clinton challenged him.
well, that's a whole story in itself. What happened was, Barry Seal happened, and Bush was running a cocaine cartel into Arkansas, Manine, Arkansas. There was a airfield there that belonged to the National Guard or something like that, and it had been closed for years. And all of a sudden, it was open up. There was activity out there. So some of the people complained about it, and the governor sent his state police out there, and they were not granted permission to get in. There was a guy in a black outfit, like a ninja outfit, that wouldn't let him in. And so he came back and he called out his own National Guard. Then he got a phone call. As soon as he called his own National Guard out, he got a phone call from Vice President Bush, and they made some kind of deal. But that deal meant Clinton ran for president, and Bush didn't make it. He ran against Bush, and he brought Al Gore with him.
All right, so Scott H., what's a cookie tribe full of nuts, fruits, and flakes? Gordita, cookie tribe equals Girl Scout troop who likes kitties exactly. I'm feeding the troll. All right, a tribe called Cookies. I'm in Vegas, Red, a former associate of many guys. Live in Henderson. I used to be paid to keep guys in circles 20 steps ahead of the law, and my reputation in that regard is flawless, from connected to the 1% clubs. At this point in time, I have a security clearance, which I would have never had if I not had certain skill set, including body language.
Okay, well, that's a nice boast, but there's no proof of it. There's no evidence, and you're just another name on the internet to me. That's the way it is. You're another commenter.
Yeah. All right. What do you say, Red? It's been fun. We had a good time. And Tribe Called Cookies got you all wound up today. So
Not really. I'm not that wound up. I just looked at it and said, come on. I mean, all of a sudden you're an expert. That's like saying you're an expert in magic. Are you an expert?
sure. Watch this. Watch this. Woo! It's really didn't come off. That's just magic.
Every time somebody put me on a witness stand and they introduced me as an expert in some area, I cringed. I just cringed. I thought it was terrible.
All right,
Anyway.
as always. Good
God
job.
bless you all. God bless
See
you
you
all.
See you later. Adios.
Adio.
The combination of the videotapes and Wemette's testimony resulted in the conviction of 2 men on extortion charges. One of them was Frank Schweiz, known in syndicate circles as the German, a feared mob terrorist and a suspect in a number of gangland murders.
He was described to me by other outfit individuals as the most feared hitman. And as he said to me, my reputation precedes me, son.